phrases in Amharic. So for goodbye, we have denahun or denahuni. So this is gendered. Depending on who you're addressing, if it's a male or a female, you would say denahun for male and denahuni for female. If you want to say hi or hello, the traditional ways to say that are selam or tares. Selam or tares. If you want to say how are you, this is also gendered. For male, you would say ndemine, and for female, you would say ndeminesh. You could also say ndetine or ndetinesh. How much is sintena? So if you want to ask how much something costs, you would say sintena. Or if you want to ask the quantity of something, you would say sintena. So I am or am not blank. So for example, I am American. If I wanted to say that, I would say, I would insert the description first or the adjective. So Americawi name. Or if I just want to say I'm human, I would say so name. If I want to say I'm not a human, I would say so አይደለሁም. ነኝ አይደለሁም. If you want to say I am from Maryland, you would say ከሜሪላንድ ነኝ. Or if you want to say like what town you're from or what city you're from, you can also say the same thing. I don't know is just አላውቅም. አላውቅም. I don't understand is አልገባኝም. አልገባኝም. I don't speak. If you want to say I don't speak a language, for example, I don't speak Amharic, you would say አማርኛ አልናገርም, or which means I can't speak it. And አላውቅም, as we've already know, it means I don't know it. I don't know Amharic. አማርኛ አልናገርም or አማርኛ አላውቅም. I don't want blank would be blank አልፈልግም. So for example, I don't want food would be ምግብ አልፈልግም. ምግብ አልፈልግም. I have or I don't have blank. For example, if we want to say I have food, you would say ምግብ አለኝ. So that's I have. አለኝ. I don't have food would be ምግብ የለኝም. ምግብ የለኝም. That would be I don't have food. Awesome. Part two. If you want to say you like something, you would say blank እወዳለሁ. So we're going to use food again. ምግብ እወዳለሁ. ምግብ እወዳለሁ. I want or I need is እፈልጋለሁ. And you would just insert what you want before I need, which is እፈልጋለሁ. ምግብ እፈልጋለሁ. We're going to use food for the rest of this, whatever we can. ምግብ እፈልጋለሁ. Do you have is, this is gendered. And this is አለህ. There's an H here actually, so keep that in mind. So do you have food would be ምግብ አለህ. Notice the h sound at the end. ምግብ አለህ. And for female, it would be ምግብ አለሽ. If you want to introduce yourself and say my name is blank, for example, for me, I would say አቤል እባላለሁ, which means directly I am called Abel. አቤል እባላለሁ. Alternatively, you can say ስሜ አቤል ነው, which is my name is. So you can use either of these. Abel balallo, which is I am called Abel. That's a direct translation. This is very common. Or sime abello, which is also pretty common. No problem. ችግር የለም. ችግር የለም. Please. This is also gendered. እባክህ or እባክሽ. Okay, or confirming or something similar is እሺ. እሺ. So if someone asks you to give them something, you could say እሺ and then give that to them. Thank you is አመሰግናለሁ. 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 If you want to say there's nothing or there is none, you would say ምንም የለም. That's the direct translation. There's nothing. ምንም የለም. If you want to ask someone what their name is, you would say ስምህ or ስምሽ. No. ስምህ is for male. So if you're asking a male what their name is, you would say ስምህ ማን ነው? If you're asking a female what their name is, ስምሽ ማን ነው? When is መቼ? And መቼ ነው is when is it? But this is what you're looking for if you want to say when. So if someone says the event is tomorrow or the event is coming up, you would say meche, which is when. Or you could also say meche, which is when is it? Where's the toilet? This is very common, especially if you go to a restaurant. You could say either banyo bet yet no. Banyo bet is the word for bathroom or toilet. Or also ሽንት ቤት. ሽንት ቤት የት ነው? ሽንት ቤት የት ነው? Or ባኞ ቤት የት ነው? So ሽንት ቤት or ባኞ ቤት are both interchangeable for the word toilet. And finally, yes or no. Yes is አዎ. No is I. አይደለም is more so it isn't. Versus I, which is no. Okay. And that concludes the class review. Thank you all.